Okay, we're weird. Let's get a move on. Quick spell check. We've got enough to get us through if we need to. Wonder how we access those other... I don't think there's a way to. No. They're hidden in there. Yeah, the other ankegs. Anyway. You know, I forgot to upload episode 12 way back. So if you have gotten to this point and gone, what do you mean episode 12? Yeah, you should rock on back and check that one out. Sorry about that. Anyway, I've finished work for the week, so I'm looking forward to really getting stuck in and doing a couple of episodes like this. I might even increase my upload schedule. Keen for feedback on whether you think a faster schedule is a good thing or not, or whether you want me to kind of roll them out steadily. I mean, I'm really keen to get this character moving and things happening for Aodhan. But I also want to leave enough time so that I can read comments and change things ahead of time. So yeah. I just want to say thank you for watching too. I've said it before already, but just it's touching when I see any sort of comments. It really motivates me to keep making more of these. I mean, I'll finish this playthrough anyway. I'm already having so much fun just recording and getting better at what I'm doing. So yeah, but it's cool. So thank you. Again, we insist on moving while in stealth. We don't want to catch a bad guy out and about. I should mention too that this bridge down here takes us to the city of Baldur's Gate, but we can't go there yet because while there are still bandits raging around every other part of the Sword Coast, so up and down, Baldur's Gate have just closed their gates, which, anyway, I always sort of imagined that all those brave knights and whatnot in here could come down and actually provide some order. I mean, there is no guard at Beregost. Anyway, let's have a look what Tenya has to say. She is she's a priestess of Umberlee, so the queen of the ocean. So yeah.
Stop! You are trespassing on my land home.
I wonder if you turn up as a monk. I'm sure she would still say exactly the same thing. It was those horrible fishermen that hired you, wasn't it? They did send me, but I only wish to know what's going on. What's going on is none of your business. Leave now, lest you earn the same fate they have. Potentially I could steal it off her. I could steal the bowl off her. Well, the ferret could. Our pickpocket skill is still through the floor. We haven't really put any points into that. Oh, one quick thing. I'm going to start adding more points to detect illusion and actually use it in combat. I've got a really cool idea for how to make that happen, but anyway, let's talk again. I think it's a very good chance we've got a fight coming up here, so let's do a moderate amount of buffing. I think I'm going to get some kind of spell turning just in case. To me, I think this is realistic. You return. I warn you once again to leave my home. If you do not, I must assume you are allied with my enemies. What's going on? As cowardly as they are treacherous, hiring others to do what they could not. Tonight I shall put an end to all of this. The seas cry for vengeance. Alright, we're fighting now. Let's inspect Tenya's. So she's level 5. 5/3? Potentially she's a multi-class, but I say that she's just a straight cleric. Yeah, so she's not going to be very effective with that flail up close. With a strength score of 9, there's actually... I'm not sure if you get a penalty with 9, but certainly you're not getting any bonuses. These immunities are interesting. I should say, it's very likely that there are errors in this. This is grabbing raw information, and you have to imagine too, this game is modded twice, at least, with SCS and then with the randomizer changing things as well. I would imagine nothing in here should be considered gospel, put it that way. I mean, I have seen enemies that say that they're wielding a certain weapon and just obviously aren't. So, yeah. Let's get in close and fight her. She cast command on us, but And there was no save us spell or anything because we are high enough level that that's not really a factor. I think to disable her, we should use Spook. And that failed. Oh. Why do you do this? Don't you know what they've done? Sona and the others, they are the evil ones. They killed my mother, and now you help them? I wish you told me all this before we'd started the fight. She only did her duty, collecting offerings from those that would use the sea. Okay, an elemental summoning bowl. Okay, so she wants us to get the bowl back. Well, certainly this was not mentioned by the farmers, so let's go down and talk to them. Thank you. The Sea Queen may yet be satisfied with the return of the bowl. Okay, well, there's a chance to get one of the more neutral gods on side. That would be good. Okay. Oh, pancake. Let's pop one of these. And an arrow. That's a critical hit. Let's get in close. I think Ancakes are less dangerous up close, in fact. They haven't got very good strength at all, do they? Yeah, it's really that ranged acid attack that's super nasty. Armor class of 2. That's pretty decent for a random monster. Whoa! Maybe we should try and blind it. Blinded. Okay, great. Oh. That's rather wise. This is interesting here. So we've blinded it. Normally I would stand off and just use my bow, but I think the Ankeg will hide if it can't see us. If you're blinded, you can sense enemies that are, touching you, that are close enough to be in contact. But blind also greatly decreases the enemy's attack rolls and their armor class. So this is still a good thing to use if you're fighting someone up close. Just that I've used it so far to disable and then just pelt with arrows. Because I'm a coward. And cowards live. Why aren't we attacking? Why aren't we attacking? There's something... There we go. That's better. 26 hit points. Don't have any way to do more damage. I could chuck a trap at him if I wanted to. But yeah, he hasn't landed an attack on us since being blinded, I think. Yeah. That's a -4 penalty. Our armor class is -3. So effectively our armor class is like -7, which is very good. Shank. There we go. Now, another item here, Nestor's Dagger. Now, I think we don't meet Nestor for a while, so I'm going to put the dagger up here so it's out of the way, so we won't sell it or anything. Just do a bit of decluttering. Red rings. Okay. I will come through and search the rest of this area a bit more shortly, but I want to get to Olgoth's Beard and see what I can buy and sell. There might be some good items here. So before you use the randomizer, there are some great items for sale here, so I'm not sure what we'll see.
Kurgan would speak at ye, so listen up a moment or two.
You want some whiskey?
What do you have for me? Magical goodness. Arrow +2. Decent price for arrow +2. These are not spells that we can use. Why is that? Oh, this is the cleric spell. Potion of Mirrored Eyes. We have that. Yeah, so normally there are some really good items here for sale, and the only thing here would really be that, yeah, there's nothing here that we can really use. Oh well, we'll have a quick... We'll have a Shadow Dark Ale before we go. Hello there. We're not looking for an adventure right now. This is how you start a lot of the quests around Durlag's Keep. Okay, well, So this was added within the expansion, Tales of the Sword Coast. And actually, a quick story here. I should mention my stepmom, Sue. So I got Baldur's Gate, loved it as a kid, and didn't get very far. But I think I'd gotten as far as clearing the Nashkel mines and maybe clearing the bandit camp. So I think at that point I was still a bit stuck. And for my birthday, she bought me the Tales of the Sword Coast. And there was some kind of DRM or something where in installing it, it just would not load. And back then, there was internet, but not, it wasn't like it is today. I still remember her doing this. Sue sat up quite late, on calls with someone on the other side of the world. So I'm an Australian, if you can't tell, talking to someone in, I think it was Canada or America, and we got it working, and it was great. And I tried to do some of the things in Tales of the Sword Coast, and I just had a hell of a time trying to make it all work. But it was great. Anyway, I still remember it fondly. Have we got normal arrows? Yes, we do. We're going to use just normal arrows for this because they are zombies. It might take a whisker longer, but no, I'm going to put you guys through less nonsense. So at least we'll use the +1 arrows. We'll use the moderately good China. And yeah, we're going to clear out 50 million zombies. Now, I think it is possible to get a nasty disease fighting zombies up close. So I will avoid, where possible, doing too much of that. But this looks like fun. Why don't we... okay, there's enough of them here to warrant some kind of spell. Why don't we try grease? See, zombies are pretty slow to begin with, and then we just slow them down even more. Honestly, I have not used grease before, really, and it's now one of my favourite spells. So every time you play this game, and I've played Baldur's Gate countless times. I could not tell you how many times I've created a character in Baldur's Gate. Certainly I have finished the game enough times. I think I finished it completely through to Throne of Baal at least 4 times. There are 4 distinct characters that I remember. So, yeah. And then you're still learning when you're playing this game. Like, stuff always comes up. You always find a new strategy. And with the different spells and things. My next playthrough, I really want to get into using a divine spellcaster. Probably a druid. Because I have always wanted to play a druid and just never really did it. Which is odd, because in every other game I play druids. When I play D&D, in real life, I often play a druid or a rogue. So, yeah. This quest can be a bit of a pain, because you have to... eventually we meet someone who says, can you clear all the zombies out? And you know how in games when they say, oh, can you clear out all of an item? Guaranteed you miss at least one of them. So, the radar here will be quite useful if we miss a spot. Just doing a nice, consistent scan pattern to catch all of them. And yes, Neutron, if you're listening, 140 degrees, 6-bar scan. It's kind of cool seeing 2 different worlds that I play in meet up. Nearly enough for a backstab. What's their armor class? 8. We're probably landing enough arrows just with normal arrows to do it. So I'm going to let my stinginess roll free. And we're getting 65 per kill, but they're pretty cheap to take out. So yeah, it's not much time to kill a zombie. So this is probably a good quest to give us some extra experience points. We're a fair way off our next level up, but we've got a good set of spells and skills to roll with. So life's good. I think we can probably get away and backstab. That'll be faster than trying to shoot. Oops. There we go. And stealth mode. God, actually, I'm pretty sure the reason I didn't play rogues early on, like thieves, sneaking and whatnot, when I was younger, was partly because I had less health, but also because I just didn't realize you could set the scripts up to auto stealth. It was a bit trickier before. Must have fumbled an arrow there. I've done that. So I have recently rejoined my archery club. I let my membership lapse during the big spicy cough incident of the last couple of years. And it's great being back. Yes, I'm not being stealthy to... Oh, see, now this is a bit of a trap here. If he doesn't die in one hit, which is what's happened here, we don't have a clear run out. So there's a higher chance we would take a hit there. Just something to bear in mind. But we're using the terrain to really slow him up there. There we go. There we go. And it's so much better being a few levels higher. Our base taco has only gone down 3 points, really. I think it's mostly... It's the bow +1. Just, I don't know, man. Seems to help that little bit. Wenrick.
Hello, pal.
Something killing people's in and around the farms here. Zombies or something. Okay, 150 gold pieces if we kill every single zombie. As you can imagine, we're doing this quest for the experience, not for the moolah. Kind of like a starving artist, you know, for exposure. Which is crap, by the way. If you're an artist, you should get paid for what you're doing. I've got artist friends, and they're always saying, "Yeah, it's great when people offer to pay you with the job you're already doing." Let's push forward anyway. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So some kind of multi-target would be good. Slow. Might be immune to it being undead, but let's see. Nope. So slow would also reduce their combat abilities, wouldn't it? It's good to look into these secondary effects. Slow. Yes, it does. Same as blindness, actually. -4. And it lowers their saver... Oh, no, sorry. That's the saver spell for the spell itself. It doesn't lower their saving throws. That would be incredible. Did he just jump for you, or was it just me? Shoot him. I like how I'm playing this on such a wide monitor too. Probably a bit of a pain for most of you. I play on a ultra wide, really good for flight sims, but just normally your UI touches, like at least it did in the old days. You know, I used to play this game at 1024 resolution, like, yeah. See that? He did it again. He jumped. I guess the thing too with using good arrows is you're doing a lot more damage. It's only +1, but if you think about it, if you're doing attacks with with an arrow that does 1d6, the bow does 1d6. There's a +1 from the bow itself. Then there's a +1 from the arrow we could be using. That's a pretty significant jump. 1d6 +2 would be 3 to 8 damage, rather than 1 to 6. So, yeah. Oh, the slow disappeared. Let's do some melee combat and see what happens. I'm curious to see if there are any nasty diseases. Yes, I'm curious to see if I can catch a disease here. Let's expose ourselves to the disease. There we go. Backstabs really are faster than trying to shoot with a bow. Let's go back over here, trigger stealth, run back in. The big problem with using the detect illusions ability, as I want to, is we can't do it while stealth, while hiding. Same as we can't detect traps, because it's the same function down here. You just press the same thing. The problem with that is, if you're... oh, there's 3 of them. Oh dear, I'm quite terrified now. I'm going to rest anyway, so let's do some buffing. And just for fun, let's see if... no, that won't work. Okay, let's sneak in. Shank. What's our armor class? -2. Yeah. So Blur is our best defensive spell right now. Also, Blur is great because it gives you a bonus to your saving throws too, which, coupled with what we already do, is really good. And Shank. Is that all of them? I think it might be. Now this map's a bit funny because I don't remember how to get to the other side of this river. So like if we look at it, there's no bridge across here. Like that looks like it might be, but it's not. I think you have to spawn in from one of these angles here, but I'm not sure how. I'll look it up. Cool. And 800 experience points, which is super grouse. In fact, what we might do is rest here. Just testing out a new system for sleeping. I don't think Wenrick will mind. And we're fatigued, so good time to get some sleep. There we go. A bit negligent of me to leave 3 high-powered traps just hanging out there. Yeah, would have been faster to escape to the north. But this will give us some time to think. Well, we've done most things. We could try going down to Kark again, but I think I'm going to wait until I get some more advanced spells. Invisibility, more get out of trouble spells. We probably could do it if we used some scrolls and things. It probably is a way to do it. Certainly if we just set up a massive trap corridor, that would work as well. But I think it's time for us to push into the... I think it's the Forest of Sharp Teeth is through here. Yeah, the old cloth map. Oh, the old cloth map. I'm getting really, really strong. Ooh, not good. Not good. Okay. I think I mentioned this one before, but I actually encountered this ambush straight out walking to the friendly army at level 1. And there was just no way to survive it. 63 hit points, we probably will. And if we pop this, that means 1, 2, 3, possibly 4, I think. Yeah, 4 images. So we will survive the first 4 images. And then, yeah, then they're ours. Let's pop an arrow in one of them. Okay, so we took some hits. We will start taking hits again soon. My hope would be to web about here. Focus on the ones who are... There we go. Slow would be... No, because they're archers. They'll still shoot pretty well. Let's... slow would work here. I don't think Grease lowers their attack rate, but slow certainly will. I think slow's got a bit of a long casting time. 3 is not too bad actually. Web is faster. Let's just drop an extra web. Could skimp, but I won't. It's actually a pretty dangerous encounter, but bandits individually aren't too dangerous on their own, or when you only have a couple of them effective at a time. But en masse, that is a deadly encounter. And this is why doing an Iron Man run in Baldur's Gate is so fraught. You could just walk into a bad encounter, and it's not so much unfair as just impossible odds. Okay. There's probably some more left, so let's... The first web will probably time out soon. I think they both have. Which means we'll be fighting him somewhat honestly, so let's not do that. I wonder where that little halfling went. Right behind you. Oh, you know how I've been panicking about using the frost wand and it destroying items if you do that, if you blow up your enemy's corpse while frozen. Apparently I can make that a non-issue by lowering the gore settings. I can't tell you why exactly, but I just can't bring myself to do that. It seems a little cheap, but also just... I don't know. There we go. Maybe you run away. No, maybe you don't run away. Maybe you stand and fight. Okay. Right now we're in Larswood, so I think we'll use this episode to push our way through the various forest encounters towards the bandit camp. We could have gone straight there, but I want to clear this areas out before we get there. There are some really interesting encounters, so... Let's hide in the shadows. There we go. Black Talon Elite. Now, these guys have been given a buff, and I think they gave them an extra level, again, to make sure that they can't be just turned into non-events by sleeping. So we will fight this one. And now, I think actually we probably should have thought this one through a bit. He's quite nasty. 2 attacks per round, good strength, well, same strength as us, but much better chance to hit. Let's run off and see if we can get away in time. His bow will have nasty arrows though, and he ran away too. Well, if he thinks he's safe, he is certainly not. Let's see if we can't track you down and repeat our little dance. Magical arrows. Excellent. Arrows of ice. Again, I can't see why we would use these. There's no bonus to hit, and it's an extra 1 or 2 cold damage. Maybe if the enemy had stone skin up, you could use it, because then that would pass through. Yeah, then I think you might. Yeah, I'm just not gonna use normal arrows anymore. There, I've said it. I promise, I swear, even against kobolds, we have moved past that phase of our lives. We now use the finest arrows we have access to. I'll just see what's in here first. Seriously. There's going to be nothing in there, I bet. Let's do a full lap first. We'll come back to that barrel. A black talon elite. What we're doing is working pretty well. I might drop a snare here somewhere central. That could be handy. Okay, that way if we have a problem we can just lead him down here and he can be taken out. 7 damage. I think we fight the rest of it out. Although I still would prefer to have some kind of protection, so... Armor class is -2. I'm happy with those odds. He'll probably still hit us at least once. He's doing that breakaway thing. Now he wants to fight. There we go. Ouch. Ouch. Like, it could be using... we could be using blind spells, and... Again with the noisy cars. Every time I go to record... Every time we go to record, that happens. It's so annoying, and I hear it on my... on the recordings too. I think I might have mentioned in the last episode, I've actually recorded... I've taken... the recordings I do here and rip them down as audio files, and so now I can listen to them and yeah, just as a way of improving what I'm doing. And yeah, just the different sounds I hear. I actually don't remember Ted. I do not remember Ted at all. Hi city folks, what in the name of Lathander takes you so far from home? Lathander is the god of renewal and rebirth and youth. We are adventurers. Ah. It's the most lame-ass story I think I've ever had the displeasure of listening to. Go away, old man. That was a really cool story. Wouldn't have any advice for us, would you? This is very me, in real life. Oh yeah, there we go. Thank you. We've been there, done that. What? Okay, this is cheese. There is no excuse for what I'm about to do here. Because they're not hostile. Sorry, it's just going to be so much fun to do it this way. Don't mind me. See, I'm role-playing as the trickster I really am. See, our traps have IFF. It's your choice which hits the ground first, your swords or your heads. Be smart, and you'll live to grow wise. You'll never take us alive, and that is absolutely true, because... Oh. Hey, camera. Yes, if you input a camera command and then run. Unfortunately, because he went hostile first, it only affected him. So our traps don't hit blue or non-threatening targets. Let's lead them through the traps and see who comes out alive. Are there any left? Raken will be. Oh, 1 bandit for 1 trap. Okay. Raken's got 49. I think we should still fight this sensibly enough. Let's at least... Let's grease them. Let's grease these fools. Save a spell. Interesting. Although, yeah, this isn't going to slow their arrows. So actually, we're still at risk. Let's be a little wiser. Meat shield. Why not? It's a long spell cast, though, isn't it? Oh, Grillion, so they'll fire on someone else. You come low, so you can pull them out of the oil. I don't want you getting taken out. You know, go in there. See if you can fight them. At the very least, that throws him defensive. So that's good. Rakan. He's got a big shield. That means our arrows are going to have trouble hitting him. And I expect considering what he's wearing, he's a bit tougher than the others, so we'll try and blind him. Blinded. Beautiful. Oh, there are some more coming. Yeah, we'll handle this ourselves. Well, he's blinded, so he's no threat, but the bandit is. So we'll just take him out. Let's see if we can pick up the rest of them. Nope. Go on before he gets out of range. There we go. Now, you can technically use that guy to infiltrate the bandit camp, which would be clever, but in some ways I think extremely high risk. And I have actually played the bandit camp in SCS, and I know I say it a lot, it's sort of like my catchphrase now, but bad things do happen to good people. The bandit camp has been massively changed to be far more dangerous than it used to be. It used to be a bit of a, a pretty early challenge. You certainly wouldn't have gone to Firewine first, but yeah, it's changed substantially. It's a bear down there. And a chair as well. Let's not roleplay as druids and get some extra XP. Oh Christ, really? We earned this. This is on us. Me, let's be honest. Blinded, okay. Don't underestimate bears. Bears are always tough, man. It's always going to go badly. And the bears are faster. I forget this sometimes. Oh, our trap from before got him. 24 missile damage. We need to be using our snares way more than we already are. They're just awesome. What is our hide and... We've got really good move silently and hide values, but we still... I think daytime, being out in the open, does actually give you a straight up penalty rather than just lack of a bonus. And fighting these higher echelon bandits too, we're getting pretty decent arrows along as well, which is good. One thing I've noticed is that when I'm recording, I sometimes start to mumble like this, and the mumbling is super annoying because I'm reaching for the volume switch, so I'm aware of it. It's something I'm going to try and avoid doing. I actually watched a video that Martin Sanita Pants, I cannot pronounce his name properly, but he is a Australian YouTuber that does very funny videos, does weird games, so... In particular, I really like his Kerbal series, but he did a video talking about how he does what he does, and he said, speak loudly. You've got to speak louder than you think. So yeah, that's something I will try and do, try and maintain. And just do lots of it. I mean, if I was really serious about this too, I would be investing in some kind of sound deadening as well, so... Can I... Yeah, no, that won't work. I think we're going to drop a... Oops. Did he see us? No. Oh, I should let it just fire at that point. So what happened there is... So obviously there is some range limitation to summon monster. You can't summon it right at the limit like I do with, say, web. So my character moved forward and then began casting. And then I cancel the movement, which means the spell is wasted. He saved our fear spell, which is cool. He then ran the other direction, so the effect we wanted still occurred. We built space. I think what he's coded to do is to build range and use his bow. So, yeah. There we go. Hey, it's a black bear. Okay, let's be sensible this time. Excellent. Another backstab, Mr. Lister. There we go. Although, where will he go now that he is slowed? He is going to be difficult. 10 damage. Can we do it? Let's give ourselves a bit more space. We don't want to lose him though. I had to listen to the podcast version of my recording where we went to the basilisks and lost that archer, and teeth grinding. It's interesting because normally a blinded enemy just stays in one spot, but when they don't, when they run around, I think I'd even said in that episode would be good if there was some AI scripting for them when they're blinded. I think we're pretty low on offensive spells. Might be worth us resting. Yeah. Need to do more of that and not try and work when we have no spells, because that's when bad things happen. It's a squirrel. And Black Talon. Let's blind him, I think. Yep, so that's a cold arrow. That's nasty. But now he can't shoot back. We are nastier than he is. Yeah, blind is a great spell. Best thing is too is at the end of the game, you can still use blind. You need something to reduce the enemy's saving throws, but being level 1 and some of the later magical abilities like what's it called? Improved Alacrity or Time Stop, you can kind of basically fill, like at the end of the game, you've got like a massive level 1 spell list, and mostly you're just firing magic missiles out of it, to be honest. Magic missiles, shield to block their magic missiles, and then just go to town. But my thinking is I'm going to start putting blind spells and just firing off tons of them. So you only need one to work, and then you've got, 2 hours or something? Yeah, 2 hours and get. Now that's not 120 minutes real time. That's not quite how it works. I think an hour is a minute in this game, but 2 minutes is plenty of time to end your opponent. I mean, it's not plenty of time to find a madly sprinting archer running around the dead corpses of basilisks, but other than that, it's pretty good. Gibberlings, lots of them, right where we just were. I think we can probably use our bow. Oh, that didn't kill him outright. There's a couple. We should be able to just straight up fight that many Gibberlings now. I know it's fighting honestly, and we said we wouldn't do this, but let's... How many attacks per round do they get? Yeah, just the one. So 3 attacks per round versus our 1 attack, but we are so much more likely to hit. Again, if you play as a fighter mage thief, then, you know, smashing up small groups like this with your weapons is easier. The extra attacks and the extra thaco, yeah, very good. But there are ways for us to boost our attacks per round. There we go. For example, a second weapon gives us 2 attacks per round. So that's pretty good. Something we'll have to work into later. I just realized too, we only get 1 proficiency point every 4 levels, I think it is, for the rogue. I'm not sure if we get any for our mage, considering we're a multi-class. I think it goes with the best. The most martial class gives you your proficiency bonus. I'm not sure, but certainly I think we are going to get another point for a long time. And when we do, we have to make choices. So whether we switch to dual weapon wielding or we get heavier hitting weapons like longswords, we've already passed up a few really good longswords, but in the second game where there are really good katanas available, backstabbing, the way backstabbing works is you really want a high hitting, you really want to hit with as much damage physically as possible. So a strong weapon dice, like 1d10 from a katana, and then ideally a magical katana, so +2, plus whatever you can get, and your strength bonus. That's what matters the most. Everything else is additive, but the first ones are multiplicative. They are multiplied by the modifier. So yeah. Anyway, that's the thing. That said, bigger weapons are slower. They trigger later in the round, which is not good. Now, he's blinded. As long as we stay away from him, he won't see us. And yes, we don't mess around with spiders. Spiders are nasty. There's a good chance there's a trap around here as well. I think, yeah, let's try and see if we can find it. Let's try and see if we can find it. Maybe not. I did some reading into the Cleric Thief as well. Really interesting class, that one. Not one I've actually played before, but some interesting options. Clerics, of course, get the Sanctuary spell, which is effectively like a invisibility spell, but it's level 1. So you can more easily rely on spells to stealth early on. Whereas a mage, you've got to not only get to level 2 and be able to cast second level spells, but also find the scroll, which is my issue right now. We should be, by now, with every other time I've played this without the randomizer, I've found a scroll or bought a scroll of invisibility, but we don't have it this time. And I think we're out of the potions, aren't we? Yeah, so this is not great. I like having a potion of invisibility. It's a really powerful tool. Okay, I think we've cleared Lars Wood. Not sure who Lars was, but we've cleared the wood that bears his name. Let's go on to the next one. I think it's Peld Vale. Oh, that was Peld Vale. Lars Wood, and then there's this unnamed wretched place. We should go there now, actually. Let's go there straight away. This one, if I remember correctly, has the nasty wizards in it. So, yeah. Oh, Etacaps. Now, these are interesting. They're like we'll find one. They have a poison attack, so treat them like spiders, essentially. I didn't realize they had 40 hit points. That's more than I remembered. Oh, I don't have a... What's their armor class? 4. Well, we're just getting unlucky. He's liable to break that horror effect soon. There it is. I don't want him too close when he does. There's a chance we'll get a stealth in. Or just... Will it trigger in time? No. Now we're backed into a corner. Okay. I'm going to see... Actually, let's see if poison effects do pass through mirrors. So if we take a hit here, which removes a mirror, but are then subsequently poisoned, we'll know. But no damage. Yeah. I've got it working in my head. So, unlucky. He just hit straight through to the right one. Does that mean he knows which one I am? Ouch. Gee, that ring of wizardry would be sure handy, wouldn't it? I think I'm going to honour the threat. I probably should have gone for for Blur, because Blur will give us an improved save verse as well. So less chance of being poisoned. Just taking longer than it should. Hey, lovely. Just checking my timer. Yep. I'll play for another 30 minutes and then I will hold here. So I want to try and get us down to this encounter. So I'm going to push us radically to the south and avoid... Oh, we'll see. I've got the idea in my head. If it's the right spot, then yeah, these wizards are nasty. It's one of my favourite encounters. Again, lots of memories of my characters, a full party trying to fight this. Well, I won't give it away, just because I'm excited. Is it right here? This feels like it's getting closer. Yep, this is it. Okay. We have mages. Now, question. Were it me and I was encountering mages like this, I don't think I can justify firing without knowing their intentions. By the same token, I don't think I would... I wouldn't throw a trap into the middle of them. That seems a bit cheap. Bandits, sure, but not random red wizards. But I think I will definitely be putting traps out here. That seems reasonable. And I'm spacing out my slow traps so that they won't affect the same character, hopefully. So if we're engaged, we want to escape to here, running our enemies through all of these traps. Okay. Now, Aodhan's a bit wiser too, so he's not going to walk in and meet mages without some magical protection up himself. So, I think... Basically all of these are going to be cast. So we do them from the longest duration to the shortest. So 1 round a level, that's our shortest duration. 3 rounds, 1 turn, that's even better. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's funny that we don't have invisibility, but I have minor globe of invulnerability. And I'm going to just have some friends over here. Alright, okay, so we are essentially buffing for a battle. Okay, let's go and meet our new friends. Hi, Danak. Perfect portrait. It is so sad to have met you this fine day. Normally we would be quite ecstatic to have visitors, but in these troubled times we really do desire privacy. We just can't afford to have anyone knowing that you're here, and that is why you must die. Just a moment, we won't bother you. We'll just go on our way, you'll never see us again. I'm sorry, but the Red Wizards of Thay are not known for their magnanimous nature. We're going to have to kill you. Okay. You're going to get a web first. Stone skin and shield. Stone skin. Well, summons are great for that. Actually, I shouldn't have webbed. Yeah, I'm going to quick load that. Sorry. Yes, we shouldn't be casting web here because our summons can't operate. We should cast slow. And okay, slow it is. Although slow is not going to really do much to disable mages. Web is... I think we're best just running straight on in. Let's see how we go. I'm going to use my arrows. Okay. I think the slow... Would slow reduce their ability to cast spells, is my question. That is... Oh, he's just cast Remove Magic. Now, okay, this is an important one. We'll get this spell soon, so it's important for us to know. The graphic looks so cool. How this spell works, and the very similar Dispel Magic, it's all based on caster level. So he is Danak. He's a level 9 mage, which means he's slightly higher than our level 8 mage. This means that there's a very good chance we're going to lose all of our buffs. But our monsters will get in there and clean him up. We lost a couple of effects. We didn't lose them all. We lost haste, but that's okay. Okay. Now there are other mages in there. So these guys, what's he got on him? So Danak. Oh, there's a couple of spellcasters in there. So once these guys fail, once they start dying, we're going to chuck a web in there. So Danak, hey, he has 3 attacks per round. He must have some fighter happening. So he's got Globe of Invulnerability, which doesn't last very long. He's got Stone Skin, but the number of attacks will wear through those pretty quickly. Okay, let's see. We'll attack as well. Oh, that's not good. Okay. I think we're going to be better off. Hey. Okay, so he cast Invisibility, then we cast Web. Did we get Danak? Spell ineffective. So he's invisible. He may come out and try and fight us. So, let's... Okay. They're going to expend their spells. I think we're going to re-web. Yeah, so they're going to use up all their spells on our summons, which is unfortunate for them, but very good for us. Did we get... Okay, so one of the mages has his buffs up and will come hunting us. There he is. We want to deal with him. Null attacks Null. Okay. And let's try Grease. Danak, spell ineffective. So he's still got invisibility, but I think that's already timed out. It's the minor globe of invulnerability that's the real problem. So what the good news is that they are using up their spells, fighting our Augrillians. Like, he's cast Dispel Deflection. Well, we just won't cast spells at him for a while. Let's have a look at what we've got here. That said, we aren't killing these mages. And we've burned through our spells. So we're sort of in a tough spot here as to what to do. Let's get a picture. Let's see what we're up against. 1, 2... So, Diana. Prioritizing hitting our targets somewhat. So that's normal missiles, mirror image, but also webbed. So we might try and take out some of her mirrors. Let's do that. She's vulnerable. There we go. Lightning. Now, we need to change our vector as soon as possible. Polymorph Other. Oh, that's a nasty spell. Low chance of it actually working, but if it did, that would have been very nasty. Just lost some of our buffs then. That's not good. Ugh. Beautiful. I'm surprised that lightning isn't zipping up and hitting a lot of them as well. Let's break off and stealth. Oh, that's not good. Okay, what's Danak got happening? Well, Diana's got the lowest health. I want to take her out of the fight. These are running off. So he actually has no good physical defenses. Once that mirror image disappears, which is liable to happen any second now. Oh, that's Taslo. We need to be somewhere we can re-sneak. Re-sneak is a word I just invented. Hide in shadows. There it is. There it is now. This is what happens when you're an undefended mage. Right now, he has shield up. That's it. So this is not good for him. Oh, she'll see us if we're not quick. And he's... And he's stone-skinned. Great. What did she cast on me then? Slow. Let's be... Okay, that's good. So, I should focus my fire. If I can take out one of them, that's the real thing. Quaff's healing potion. That's not good. How do I crack through all this? Dear. How do I crack through? That's actually doing a lot of damage. I'm going to prioritize my survival. if we rest now, our traps remain, so there's that to remember as well. Let's heal before we do anything more. We're out of options, really. Unless I can charm him. His save versus spell is going to be through the roof. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to work. Okay. A good first battle, but we can do better. Let's rest. There's a question. Is he still... I wonder where his formation is. If he's still right there... No. Maybe they've moved back to where they were. They have. Okay. This time, what can we do differently? Ouch. Thank you for that. Okay. I think we have to be present for the fight. We can't sit back and just let our summons get walloped like that. I think getting a web and disabling them early is the way to go. So web, before he casts his buffs and everything. Let's see if we can sneak here. Come on, buddy. Nice and stealthy. We will seek some cover. There we go. Let's just focus on one of them at a time. Denak is the main one. We can bottle them all up here. They all have to pass through here to get out. So if we put webs here, we guarantee our safety, essentially. Save a spell. Ah, dear. We could try blinding him. Let's wait until he fails his save. Let's do that. Aha! There it is. Stone skin cast previously. Okay, well, we're going to hit you pretty well because you're an undefended mage. We can... Now, what's happening here? You can't see it. We're actually chipping through the stone armor. At his level, he wouldn't have too many. We're also going to do what we can to disable him. Low chance of this working. Oh, he just... Oh, that's not good. No, break off, break off. We don't want him casting spells on us just yet. I do want to try and... Blind would have been great, honestly. Okay, now we're doing the good damage. Can we do more? No. In some ways, having a trap to hurl here would have been good. But hopefully we'll do enough damage to really take him out. Lightning bolt. And that's one of them dead. I said a second before it actually happened. Oh, yes. Just take a moment, people. Take a moment to look at the... This is why we do the... This is why... Okay. This is why the randomizer is such a good mod. You're rewarded for the fights you do. You're rewarded for moments like this. Resist fear is a huge capability. Remove magic. Yeah, this is what he used on us. We can use this. We may even come back and use it straight away. Oh, what is this tome? How can I live without knowing what it is? An amazing mod. I can't see myself playing the game without it ever again. Like, it's just so good. Okay. That's one mage out of the picture. Oh, our webs just disappeared. There's a chance, too, our summons could be more useful now. They can kind of rush in. Let's see if we can pull just one of these mages. Fighting just one at a time, much more likely to survive. So can we get it so that only one of the mages can see us? They're all bottled in pretty tightly. Now let's see how we go. Let's just throw our guys in and see how we go. All right. No, 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 no. Get in. Okay, go and get them. Okay, all of you focus on one of them. Will slow affect our monsters? It shouldn't. It did slow them. A lot of them failed that. So it may slow their spell casting abilities. Okay. Oh, but it... No, no, that's her slow spell. That's good. What do we have here? So the easiest to kill would be Lasala. She does not have stone skin. She is slowed. But look how easily they just put all our guys to sleep. Lasala. And some of them are confused. And oh, there's a spider over there. That's not great. I'd like to take out Lasala. If I could. She might even do it herself, honestly. Let's see if I can take out this spider. Let's deal with our flanks. How many hit points? 5. Poison. Not good. Okay. We need to deal with the... How much poison? No, actually, I bought plenty of antidotes for this. And this is burning through her spells, but... How is she doing defenses-wise? Injured. Mirror image is still up. Lasala, you've got 18 seconds of that remaining. She's just working through our summons. It's kind of hard to watch, isn't it? How much longer? 12 seconds of mirror image remaining. The other mages are still about. That's a problem. She's still slowed. This is good, actually. We've got shadow here. We can quickly hide again. And she has... Oh, summoned a whole heap of monsters. Not great. Okay, that's it. Can we only see her? That's the perfect bit. Lasala, you have 20 hit points. You're getting the good arrow. And the lightning spell. Oh, look at that. That hit a whole lot of things. Now, where's Lasala? We kill them one at a time. She's just spawned another... Lasala hasn't got mirror image yet. She's still vulnerable. I'm going to risk... that's Lasala. 6 damage. Now hide, buddy, hide. So summons have just come off now, I think, by the sound of it. Or some of the buffs have, one of the two. Where is Lasala? Maybe she's come looking for us. That was not a wise move. Lasala, you only have 2 hit points, but we need to hit you, so you get the good arrow. Brilliant. Robe of cold resistance. And we're running out of space for all our items. Not anymore. Okay, that's good. There's 2 mages left. We may as well have a sleep. I mean, they could always just abandon where they're camping. So that's on them, really. Incidentally, poison being so terrifying at low levels. Oh, something's following us out. Something which is defended. It's Diana. Okay, okay. What's Diana got on board? Stone skin which won't disappear. We need to find something to break through her stone skin. She may not have too many rounds left of it because of the traps. What spells do we have? We can probably fight her 1-to-1. Let's chuck arrows at her. These should break through. Eventually. Remove magic. We're going to lose all. Dispel effects. Now, she must be getting low on buffs, surely. Surely we should be able to break through all her stone skins. And if we're fast enough, we can hide before she notices us and just steadily work through them. They don't appear to be hitting, but they probably are. Mirror image. Well, that one we can just wait until it disappears. You need to be hiding, damn it. That's not good. Yeah, her best move is to charge us, not letting us hide. There we go. We just need to wait until that spell 7 times 6. It's a fair while. Can we do anything else to suffer up a bit? We should get some hits on her. No, not really. One thing I'll try. Let's try and charm her. Oh, that worked. She's got polymorph other. She's got glitter dust. So what we can do, we can burn through these, essentially. Haha, that worked. People, we turned her into a squirrel. And now she has 1 hit point. Yes, that's incredible. Do we still get the experience points if she's hostile still? If she's not hostile? I think we do. No, 1. I'm sure we do. Yeah, good. She has to be hostile, I think. Got her. We charmed you and turned you into a squirrel. You turned yourself into a squirrel. I have never defeated a mage that way before. That's incredible. So as we can see, they've actually burned through a lot of their spells. So have we, but in some ways, fighting them now... There's only one left, I think. Brendan. Let's check out what Brendan's like. Brendan is currently packing stone skin, which we need to sort of chunk through. Nah, let's rest. Let's go track down Brendan afterwards. Maybe he'll go home. Maybe he should go home. And we can't save. Oh, it's our grease spell down there. Well, same plan as last time. We're going to web, blind, and then just take him out. How long has that web spell got to go? Alright, let's go take out Brendan. And see what goodies he has. One of our traps is still up. That's really good to see. Brendan's stone skin is still up, because that's how long stone skin lasts. It's a great spell. Undermined somewhat by... Okay, 2 tactics here. One, we could use summons to take him out, but he can probably sleep half of them. Let's try it, rather than just web all the time. Imagine you see this. You know, you're having a good day, and then a massive army of hasted enemies just comes rushing towards you. Protection from normal missiles. Stone skin again. That's cool. Shield. So magic missile wouldn't have worked. Horror. That might work. Save a spell. Oh, he's going to try and fight them? No, that's going to end badly for him. There's so many of them. Spell casting failure. This is the problem, see? So by hasting them, they attacked so quickly, they broke through all of his stone skins. This can happen to us, so this is a good learning lesson here. And once you lose your buffs, a mage falls very quickly. And... oh, he did what I would have done. So you have a problem, turn invisible. Hide from it. It's not what I do in life, just, you know, works here. Hopefully if I stay visible, he will come back. He ran into our trap. Sorry. Do you see why I like this class so much? There's just so many ways for us to be clever. It's such a good class. And I mean, like, if we had taken Fighter Mage Thief, which is the, you know, preferred... look at this. This is kind of macabre, isn't it? We're carrying all their robes. Yes, we could have higher... we'll talk about this one in a moment. We can have higher levels happening, and so if you play a tri-class, so Fighter Mage Thief, you essentially give up really high level spells for a very, very long time. Now, considering we're going to be playing through probably the Black Pits, but certainly Siege of Dragonspear, probably would have made more sense from a power gaming move to go Fighter Mage Thief. Probably would have played better too, looking at it for, you know, those early levels where you can hit twice per round, but by doing that, we wouldn't have access to higher level spells. Like right now, we are a level 8 mage. Fighter Mage Thief would probably be about a 6, maybe cracking into a 7 now. And that's the difference. And those levels are critical. I mean, if we were one more level up, those remove magic spells would have almost no effect on us. So, anyway, long story short, this is the... playing the way we are is kind of, yeah, we lose out in combat prowess, but what we gain is rapidly building skills. That's really scary. I don't like that. Let's send them in. And let's not be in the middle of it when it happens. Because that is exactly what I thought would happen. Although, this might be how we deal with spiders, is like massive amounts of summons. And you... that's a giant spider on the right there. That's not good. Let's break off. Oh, a phase spider. That's really... okay, phase spider poison is one of the worst things that can happen to you, just so we're clear. Apparently I was stealthing then. I was hiding. One of our gnolls just went down. Oh, we got some of them. Yeah, thanks for your help, guys, but probably not. I think we're going to be bailing on this little battle here. Unless I can line up a lightning spell to take them all out. How much does lightning do? 66, so it could be up to 36 damage. Some of those have more. We're unlikely to get 36 damage. I think we're better off racing off. Oh, my kingdom for a fireball. Look at that. Surely we've got something in our potion bag. Did I really throw all of my fire potions away? Nah, I did not. Is this a wise choice? Well, we will see. Quick save. Okay, I think shooting from here upwards makes more sense. We'll get a really good angle happening. But hold on, they're condensed right now, so hang on. We're going to use the fireball potion first. Most of them saved for damage. One that didn't took a lot more damage. And let's sneak. think that Wand of Lightning is going to get used up here. It's just too dangerous to use most of the time. I mean, I could probably recharge it somewhat, but let's see if we can drop a lightning scroll, lightning spell right here. We killed one of them, the sword spider. That's one of the nasty ones, so I'm happy with that. And using it outdoors is sort of safer. I mean, I'd love to drop a lightning bolt and close a door and have them all zapped in seconds, but that's not sort of how this works. The wraith spider only has 7 hit points. That's good to know. The giant spider is badly damaged. There's no items to pick up, so we could just be burning wands all day, or... No, that needs to not fail. That one failed as well. That's good. Can't believe they both failed. Such bad luck. Okay, let's buff ourselves a bit. Let's see what we can do. Good. Wraith spider. That's the giant spider. Okay, we must kill the wraith spider. It's a good chance our trap will do it. Let's attack the giant spider. Oh jeez. Bringing out my inner Morty from Rick and Morty. Oh jeez. Oh, let's risk it. We did all those buffs for a reason. And that reason was to get stabbed by a spider straight through all of our defenses. You need to die really quickly. Wraith spiders are super scary. Oh no! At 7 hit points, that wraith spider... This is an SCS thing. I forget that spiders can do this. Can we get out in time? Save us death. We took 2 hits then. I think we're probably going to die here. Oh no. Oh, we got out. Put an arrow on that spider right now. Oh my god. Arrow, now. Oh. Yeah, so the more advanced spiders, phase spiders and wraith spiders have really, really nasty poisons. That's some good experience though. 1400, 450, 450. Which was the sword spider worth? 2,000. That's the giant... There we are. Sword spider. Cool. Well, there's more to do. I think we will, however, make the cut because we've done well today. We fought the Red Wizards and the spiders, so I'm not sure what name I'll think up for the episode, but something witty and probably a pun in there. But thank you very much. I really enjoyed having your company once again. And yeah. Oh, and next episode, there we go. There's the hook. We'll find out what tome we have here. Hoping it's a strength tome, but maybe it's a... Well, we'll see. I'll find out next time. I'll even queue up one identify so we can know for sure. All right. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.